Alright, this is a 2003 Arctic Cat 400 4x4 automatic. It's got 1900 miles on it, runs good. Everything's in really good shape, except for the rear diff, which is completely shot. It still somehow moves with it, but it screeches quite often. That's the only issue with the whole thing, though. It runs good, shifts well, speedo and everything works. I mean, it is true 1900 miles on the thing. Really not that bad of a four-wheeler. Brakes work, lights work. I mean, everything pretty good. I mean, it is 20 years old, I guess, but not bad for the age, that's for sure. Start it up here. 4x4 does work well, and the front diff isn't bad. Just the rear. See here. The foot brake works. Some high gear. Speedo works. There's that diff. If I keep it under load, it's not as bad, but looks like they ran it dry without oil and, well, basically destroyed the bearings. I can hear it screaming back there. Carb needs a little bit of a tuning too. Doesn't like not having choke. But it's not bad. But yeah, the engine doesn't smoke. All the gears work. Really not too bad. Yeah, the only thing that doesn't seem to function is the winch. That doesn't work. Probably just it's either a bad solenoid or winch itself. Not sure. Yeah, there really isn't a whole lot else to this thing. I mean, all the brakes work. The seat does have a couple rips here, you can see, but it's still soft material. It's just, you know, probably it's just 20 years old. Got some use on it, you know. Yeah, I think that's about all I could say on it. I mean, the oil's clean and everything in the engine. Looks like it was a fairly well maintained machine and kept inside and stuff. Just probably had a bad seal on the rear diff and no one caught it in time, and that was it. As far as I could tell, the shocks are still there, but they're getting down there. You know, 20 years of sitting, I'm sure the seals just kind of went out eventually. 1900 miles, you know, it's kind of wonder where this thing's sitting under. Rock or something. After 20 years of use, you know, it's barely any miles a year, like 100 miles or something ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know a whole lot about these Arctic Cat 400s. I've had a few of the 300s, and I was impressed. I can't say if these are Suzuki engines or not. I can't remember. I think they are, if I remember right. But they don't think they have the reputation that the 300s had. They're 300s. I've had a few of them. They're just indestructible motors. They're basically the same thing as, well, that old Suzuki there from the 80s. That's a 250. Basically the same setup. It's more of a rear engine and transmission assembly. Well, this has diffs on the front and back and its own engine assembly in the middle. But yeah, Suzuki motors are really what made Arctic Cat in the early days. They kind of gutless, but they were pretty much indestructible like the old Suzukis were. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I got. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, have a good one.